Alright. Hello there. Zanman Punk here. Um alright. So welcome back to one of my normal videos, which is something. Now, let's talk about the whole CM Punk situation. I know I'm not 8 months late to the whole thing. I already know about the whole brawl out that happened and all that, but I keep seeing a lot of whole CM Punk situations happening. I wish I had my CM Punk shirt on. I can't find it anywhere. But if you guys don't know me, CM Punk is my favorite wrestler of all time. And most of his actions I actually do support. I will admit some of his other actions I don't support blindly. But most of his other actions I do support. So it's kind of confusing. But again, he's a favorite wrestler. So let's get into the video. Okay, now, when it comes to the whole brawl out situation, I don't think that CM Punk was entirely in the wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, it was. I will say it is a bit unprofessional to talk about your coworkers and your bosses like that. If this was the outside world, if we're just talking about the outside world, it is very disrespectful. It is very, very rude to talk about all this stuff about your bosses and coworkers. And hell, if I did the same thing in my job where I started talking crap about my coworkers I don't like, my management, my whole bosses, my assistant manager, if I talk crap about all of that, I would have been fired. No joke. But CM Punk comes with a privilege of being the top guy in AEW. But being the top guy in AEW, you can get away with a whole lot of shit that someone like Wardlow, to someone like, I don't know, maybe Sammy Guevara would not have gotten away with. Just saying. But the reason why I say he's not in the wrong, because this is the wrestling world, and what CM Punk does is that he drops these pipe bomb promos, and sometimes it makes fans angry, and sometimes it makes fans not angry. For me, I am on the not angry side. I don't think what he said or what he did at the press conference was very, very out of character or very, very unprofessional. Because if you look back at his WWE days where he dropped that pipe bomb promo, one of the best promos of all time, if not the best promo of all time, he literally called Triple H a douche, said some bad things about Stephanie McMahon, and even said when Vince McMahon dies that the company will fall into his hands of his idiotic daughter and his son-in-law. And he says that he's a doofus. And then he says, like he even did say that he thought that maybe he said this. Maybe this company will be better after Vince McMahon's death, but the fact is, it's gonna get taken over by his idiotic daughter and his doofus son-in-law and the rest of his stupid family. So he said all of that, and you're gonna tell me that no one's angry about that, but yet people are angry about this when he got off on the Elite, Heyman Page and all that? Honestly, guys, this is childish. I'm not talking about CM Punk and all that. I'm talking about you fans who are criticizing that. I see people criticize that all the time, and I will pull up some of their short videos in a bit. But, like, I get so sick and tired of that because I'm just like, you guys are idiots. What? So you're going to tell me that what he said that, and yet you're going to complain about this one? That doesn't make any sense. But then again, that is just my point of view of the whole brawl situation. But we're not here to talk about the whole brawl. Now, the fight, we don't have much details on the fight. All I know is that apparently a lot of people said CM Punk started the fight, which I actually think that's bullshit. Just because CM Punk was injured, and he was just probably trying to get ready to go home and all that. I think the Elite started it. I think the Elite literally kicked down his door. That's what I heard. I heard the Elite kicked down his door and literally started throwing hands with Punk. And when the Young Bucks threw a door at his dog, which I'm starting to believe that's true, honestly, because I always found the Elite to be way more unprofessional than Punk was. Honestly, I mean, I used to like the Young Bucks. I never liked Kenny Omega, but I always liked the Young Bucks. But now I don't like them anymore. Not after that. Honestly, if you throw a door at a dog, you are not my friend. How do you throw a door at a dog? Honestly, fuck you, dude. Like, fuck the Young Bucks. I will never forgive them for that. They threw a door at a harmless dog. And it was CM Punk's dog. Honestly, and here's the thing. If someone threw anything at my dog, whether it's a door, a freaking, just whatever in general, I'm coming after you. You throw anything at my dog, I'm coming after you. I'm not kidding. So I'll blame Punk for fighting back for what they did. Then again, that is just my point of view of the whole situation, so let's move on. Now, my thing, is that do I think CM Punk is coming back to AEW? Yes. Why? Because not only is he still under contract with AEW, but also hints are coming all around that he's already definitely coming back to AEW. I mean, he posted a lot of stuff on his Instagram before for the AEW situation, and AEW just not confirmed, but they said that he should appear on a Saturday show on June 17th, which is actually, what is it? It's May, so next month he should be coming back. Next month on June 17th, Chicago, Illinois. They said Chicago, Illinois. When it says Chicago, Illinois, you know what the fuck that means. CM Punk is coming back. Now, here's another thing, though, too. If you look back at his 2021 debut, which I was excited for, if you look, it was AEW Rampage, Chicago, Illinois. We already knew that something was going to happen. We just didn't know if it was true or not. But it came true. CM Punk returned to wrestling after 7 years in Chicago, Illinois at AEW Rampage. That's when he first made his debut, and I am guaranteed that the same thing is going to happen. He's going to return to AEW, probably as a heel. If I'm saying, maybe not. A lot of people are saying he needs to come back as a heel. Honestly, I'm all down for that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I kind of want more of the heroic CM Punk for a bit. And then we'll go to his heel. But then again, now that I think about it too, when he does return and he says all this stuff, it would be a new heel character. So that would make sense for a storyline perspective. But as a fan of CM Punk, I would rather see his heroic CM Punk. I call him heroic because he always feels heroic in AEW. That's what I look him as. Now, which one do I prefer? Do I prefer good guy CM Punk or do I prefer bad guy? Honestly, I prefer both. But if I had to choose, I would choose the bad guy. I would say the bad guy for many reasons. I think CM Punk just rocks at a bad guy, but I like them both equally. Alright. Now enough about me talking about his return, which he's definitely returning to AEW next month. A lot of people are saying that he also might return to WWE, which I highly doubt that WWE will hire him at all. But here's another thing to do too. If he does somehow end his contract with AEW, because I have a short feeling that his contract may be ending. Now, his AEW contract might be ending because I don't think he was signed on for years. I think he was only signed on for 2 years. I don't know much about his contract. I don't think anybody knows. But if I had to guess, it was probably about 2-3 years. So he probably has until later this year or sometime in 2024. I'd be surprised if his contract got ended in 2025. I'd be surprised, but that's just me. I'm not the boss, but whatever. Also, so if that does happen when his contract ends, I do believe that CM Punk might return to WWE. Why do I think that? A lot of people are probably gonna say, no, he's never gonna return to WWE. He left WWE because of his health and all that, and he was not feeling the place there. True, yeah, he had a lot of health problems, and he wasn't treated right like the top guy, and a lot of the bosses were pieces of shit to him, I guess. But here's another thing too. CM Punk appeared backstage at WWE Monday Night Raw, and this was the first time he's been in a WWE stadium since he left WWE back in 2014. Now, what I think is that maybe when his contract ends with AEW, he might return to WWE because he had talks with Triple H, and that is one of his most foes. Now you could say like, oh, they probably just had a bit of a talk, blah blah blah. What if they had a talk about a future CM Punk return to WWE? That is very interesting. If that ever does happen, which I hope it does happen, because I always said I'd rather have CM Punk return to WWE more than AEW, honestly. I mean, I like AEW and all, somewhat. I mean, I think Tony Khan is kind of stupid as the manager there, as the boss, whatever he's called, the COO. Honestly, I don't like Tony Khan as a business person. I think he really sucks at his job. I think he's a nice person. In the reality, I think he's a nice person enough, I guess. I mean, for somewhat, but I think as a businessman, he really sucks at his job. I think he's just a bit too nice. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I think Triple H is better at his job than Tony Khan. And I hate to say it. Because I don't like this guy one bit. But Vince McMahon is a little better at his job than Tony Khan. Now, Vince McMahon is not the best at his job. What Vince McMahon is doing now in WWE is actually kind of stupid, in my opinion. But at least he is a little better at his job. Because if you look back then from when Vince McMahon was the COO, he did bring in some good things for WWE. And he still did before he retired, and now he came back and he's now ruining it. But, again, he still did a better job than Tony Khan, in my opinion. But I think Triple H is just a better businessman than both of them. And that's kind of, yeah. Alright, now enough of that. Let's get to some people's opinions on CM Punk. Let's go. Alright, so now let's search CM Punk. Trying to look for fans. This is CM Punk just talking to Jon Moxley, which I like Jon Moxley. That was a year ago, I guess. What's up with this guy?
AEW TV is better with CM Punk on it. I don't give a shit what you feel about him. I don't give a shit what you think about him. I don't give a shit if you want him gone because you think that he's going to go back into the locker room and do the same thing over and over again, and he's nothing but a cancer and a disease to any locker room that he's in. AEW TV is better with Punk on it. The interest is better. The interest in the product is up. The vibe is completely different. Merchandise is through the roof. Live Gate is through the roof. Pay-per-view numbers are fucking through the roof for Tony Khan. Story is better when he is there. The show is must-see when he's there. That's the vibe he brings. If you don't like that, then you don't like the truth. And you're evading the truth. You're avoiding the truth for whatever reason.
I agree with you. You know, you're my friend. First video I see, and he's automatically my friend. Saying the right thing. I'm looking up more. What's this guy?
A lot of CM Punk return rumors. At this point, it's basically all but confirmed he's going to return to AEW eventually.
At some point.
Like, he'll leave like a cryptic Instagram story and everyone's like, ooh, he posted this. And it's like, I get it. I'm all for the hype, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm not too wrapped up in it.
I mean, at this point, it's like, I'll believe it when I see it type of thing. At the end of the day, how I look at it is if AEW wants to make a shit ton of money and wants to do what's, as Triple H says, best for business, you bring back CM Punk.
A lot of...
I agree with the second guy. I'll believe it when I see it, first of all, and if you want to do his right for business, then you do bring back CM Punk. But this guy right here, whatever, fine. There's honestly not as much. It's just short interviews. There's really not as much as I thought. I thought there was a lot. Yeah, there's really not a lot. I thought there was a lot. Hang on, maybe... Controversy.
CM Punk is in the locker room with Ace Steel, his trainer, who seems a bit unhinged. He's the F-bomb on live TV, guys.
Dexter Lumis unhinged?
No, because that's kayfabe unhinged.
But this isn't. This is definitely real.
I don't want to lay blame because I do like all the performers involved. So Punk did say during his pipe bomb press conference,
if you have a fucking problem with me, take it up with me.
He opened that door. Here's where the EVPs went wrong. All three went in. Omega's the biggest star of the three of them, technically. He's the former world champion. So he should go in. And go in with the expectation to talk. But no, all three of them went in. Words were exchanged. And again, it's sources say, so whatever. I happen to think that Larry CM Punk's dog may be the source on all of this. I mean, he's not an AEW talent as far as we know.
I don't get why that was funny. Honestly, I don't get why that was funny. That one guy was laughing, and I'm just like I'm just standing there. I don't get why that's funny. Please, someone tell me why that's funny, because I don't get it. I don't get why that's funny. Yeah, apparently it's not as much as I thought. I guess I'll watch this. Actually fun. Yay! Tell me if I look creepy when I smiled right then and there. Please tell me that. I don't have the prettiest smile, I know. But, I mean, I somewhat have a pretty smile. But at the same time, I don't. When I smile too silly, it does kind of look like I'm being a creep. Or I'm just creepy in general. Like that. Like that, yeah. It just kind of looks creepy. So let me know if that does creep you out. And if it does, then I am so sorry. There's really not as much. There's just these interviews, and I want to pull up the stupid interviews. Stupid. I want to get other people's opinions. Bullshit. You don't actually met me. I watched some video. It's bullshit. But where is it?
Look in his eyes. What do you see? A man trying to get publicity. Don't hate on me if you're a CM Punk fan, but the Second City Saint showing up at WWE's Raw in his hometown of Chicago seems to me like no accident. If you've been hearing the rumor well, you know that Punk is possibly returning to AEW TV soon. After basically pissing off AEW just like he did with WWE, seems like a pattern here. Anyway, reports suggest that AEW was in disbelief that Punk went to Raw. But what's not shocking and quite hilarious is that he got kicked out of the building by the big boss, Vince McMahon himself. He was seen talking to Triple H. CM Punk is excellent at marketing his returns, and this could be him using the WWE spotlight to make his AEW return more intriguing. Look in his eyes.
First of all, you don't have a great singing voice. Secondly, everything of what you just said, my gosh, couldn't it have been more wrong than it is. My gosh. Do wrestling need and third of all, learn grammar. Not do wrestling. Does wrestling really need This is why I don't. Okay, let me see the comments. No, we don't need him. There. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but cool. No one asked. Wait, is this the same guy? Oh, it is the same. It's the same guy, dude. The same guy. So yeah, first thing, number one, you don't have a great singing voice. Second of all, your whole thing about the video is so wrong than ever. Third of all, learn grammar, lady. My gosh. Why doesn't no one learn grammar? How come I took grammar class and I know my grammar well, then none of these assholes don't? It's just kind of annoying in my opinion. Oh, this is what I was talking about. That's when someone recorded CM Punk. And I know it's CM Punk. Because if you could tell by his hair in the back right there, and his cap, and you could tell by his jacket, and there's someone right there, I know what that means. It's a punk rock sweater. And CM Punk is a big punk rock guy.
Alright, Steve, guess.
Not you. Alright, I'm not going to show anymore on YouTube just because I could get copyright claim for some of this stuff. But I will see you all in a bit, so I'll be back. So overall, some pretty big controversies going on for CM Punk, and it's expected. CM Punk is a pretty controversial guy. I still love CM Punk. He's still my favorite wrestler of all time. And if anybody doesn't like him, then I guess whatever. I do feel bad for telling that one guy, being like, cool, no one cares, and then putting a laugh emoji when he said a very controversial thing for Punk. Because everyone's allowed to have their opinion, but at the same time, it's just kind of tiring to me that people are still talking crap about him. It does kind of piss me off a bit. But I should not let anger get to me. I should only put happiness and treat others as well. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to. That's what I need to work on. But that is just my personal thing about the whole situation. I am sorry that this is like 24 minutes long. Oh my gosh. I am sorry that I wasted 24 minutes of your time with this boring video, but I'm just boring nowadays, so yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. This was a video about CM Punk already. What do you do when you reach the end of the video? Ow! This chair hurt me. I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'm getting tired. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, oh no, I'm so tired, guys. I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to talk about that with you guys and see. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Bye bye.